sidelights, like windows right alongside the door, and he just built like set up shop like in front of one of those, and
That's
you
so
could
delightful.
just you could say hi and bye to him as you came and went, and you just kind of hang out.
Yeah, I actually.
Good buddy.
Oh, we're starting. I'm gonna remember to start the timer this time. Yeah, I had the exact same thing. I had this like spider. It was like one of the bigger spiders I've ever seen. It was quite large. It was one of those like really large abdomen. Sir Mix-a-Lot would be a fan, and it was hanging out there. And at first, I was always kind of like unnerved by it because it was so big. But then I just kind of learned to really like it, and I'm like, oh, he's like a little friend. And then I would same thing. I would say hi to him or say bye before I leave. It's good. All right. Anyway, let's get into what's going on here.
So my goal here was to make because my only other PuzzDOR submission was Boot Loop, which was like one sprawling, massive, confusing labyrinth. So my goal here was to kind of take a step back and avoid that sort of puzzle and go for something that's like a lot more bite-sized puzzles.
Can I quickly just interject that is the exact thing that Biggie said, and that's interesting because Biggie said the same thing because of Achilles. Anyways,
yeah. Achilles was a hot mess. Sorry, Biggie. like it's cool, but it's also a hot mess. It's cool and hot. So yeah, we got this first level is just kind of an introduction to what you're going to be doing. I even kind of gave what I meant to be a clue. Those cracked walls are where you need to dig the spiders off.
And that was pretty evident, I thought. But I'm noticing that you added a torch since the version I played. Is that right?
Actually, no. Actually, I just moved the starting position to make it a little bit more clear, to make the intent a little more clear. Of okay, you gotta maneuver the spider around up here and get it up there.
Now, also, it's 10 levels, but you can switch to any level you'd like, right?
Yeah. The order is not important. So, I've told people, I left instructions saying that, do them in any order, because basically, something I kind of took inspiration from here also is Baba Is You. If anyone's played that, something that's pretty common is that there's a level that kind of introduces you to a concept, so kind of a slightly tutorial-esque level, but not quite. And then after that, there will be an extra version of the level where it just changes one little thing and it completely changes how you have to approach the puzzle. So there's essentially 5 puzzles here, and then a harder version of each one.
And I'm noticing that Puzzle 2 is looking very different.
That Puzzle 2 I actually completely rehauled from the initial version I sent out, because the Puzzle 2 was essentially Puzzle 1, except there were 2 spiders and you had to use the Minotaur to dig out the spiders, and it was basically just a frustrating mess of previous position names and really annoying. So I updated it so that the Minotaur is a little easier to wrangle and is also more a part of the actual puzzle rather than just an inconvenient shovel.
I can understand that. Yeah.
It looks like Hansel are trying to solve the second level right now. Someone's already on the third. I don't know if they Biggie Mecha, I think, might have skipped to the second one. Either that or solved it faster than I could have possibly perceived. He can do that sometimes.
Is Hansel on this?
Or wait, no, is that not Hansel? Okay, no, I thought that was Winnie the Pooh. These yes, Stud Kid. Okay. Yeah, these windows are so tiny. I thought that was Winnie the Pooh. I saw yellow and red clothes. That might be. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's Stud Kid at the bottom right. Yeah. Yeah, it's very hard to do.
So.
Oh, I do have 2 monster razors on my stream. I'm so sorry. I did a goof. I'll fix that. I'll put Biggie up in the top left there. Sorry.
Plus, the redesign for the second level allowed me to make an appropriately colored Brace Yourself Games logo in the minimap. So, that was important.
Oh, it's the whole. Okay, I get it. I only just saw that it said BYG. I did not put together that there's. I'm sorry. That's definitely on me. That's not on you. It's very clear.
You seemed like you were tired when you got to.
I'm so sorry. I do have to apologize. I'm going to apologize publicly to how not prepared for doing PuzzDOR testing I was. It was not good. So I'm really trying to parse these traps here that we're seeing. On level 2.
I'm seeing if anyone's gonna pick up on what you have to do. It's a little tricky. I I give you 5 spiders, and you do need 4 of them. One of them's extra, and not really necessary. But
that's nice to have a little bit of redundancy built in.
Basically, everything's set up such that if you clear the way with the water with one of the spiders, and then have the other spider on the same parity follow that same path, the Minotaur charging back at you after freeing the spider will block bounce traps and allow the spider across.
Oh, crazy. That's
I'm
like a little...
not sure if anyone's going to figure that out, but it's...
That's kind of fun.
So
you need them to
I've told
move the
people...
same speed. I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So I've told people that, there are much harder versions of every puzzle, and you may want to go make sure you do the easy ones, get all the easy ones done to maximize your diamonds, because every puzzle is just one diamond. There's one diamond at the end.
The odd numbered ones first, and then switch to the evens.
Unless you're feeling spicy and just want to try and do them all, which we have plenty of people trying to do that.
I thought Tuff might have had it. It looked like Tuff had the setup you were talking about, but maybe the parity wasn't right.
Yeah, I do see a couple people were looking at level 3. We got Stud Kid looking at level 3. They skipped the second level. Looks like Tough and Foe, I think, just abandoned level 2 and is moving on to 3. And yeah, we've got there's one for each zone. There's one themed around each zone. So this one's all about tar monsters and an armadillo. And of course, a spider friend.
Yeah, this one was pretty neat, actually. I think it's one that is pretty clear what you need to do, or it's like not too hard to figure out what you need to do, and then it's just a matter of actually pulling it off.
Yeah, it looks like Tough Foe's already. I think Tough Foe already has an idea of what he needs to be doing, although he's kind of running into the armadillo a bit there. Let's see who's that up there. Caprica on the 3rd level as well. He's kind of luring the armadillo around.
Biggie's just playing with the spider there. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, where's...
Uh-oh, that doesn't look
Yeah,
right.
so yeah, the important thing to note about spiders is that, obviously once they're off the wall, they move every beat and they move diagonally. One of the important things to note that'll come up, that'll be very relevant in almost every one of these puzzles, is that they prefer to be down or right of you.
Yes.
If they're next to you.
Yes, they
and
do.
That's really important for getting a lot of manipulation, getting a lot of in instances where you need to make space. And put distance between yourself and the spider, you need to exploit that downright preference to get them to move the way you want them to.
Kavelka had a little conga line of mud monsters there. I don't think that's the intended solution. But yes, I was talking earlier in Biggie's about interesting ways to gate your levels. And so Biggie, of course, had you needed to blood dig with a heal to be able to get to the exit. And then we've also seen things like needing to have no gold so that a diagonal bounce trap you would push over it with a dove flower. And then what we're seeing here, which is really cool, is having the Boots of Pain on top of a trapdoor, and the spider going down the trapdoor will take the Boots of Pain with it, and then you can move over it. I think that's pretty cool. Are we trying to see a cheese here? I think Monster might be trying to cheese this. There seems to be some, mud monster shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sufficiently cheese-proofed that. I deliberately tried to set things up in a way that wouldn't allow you to use anything but spider.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, the design here is simplistic enough that, there's not a lot of complicated moving parts. So it shouldn't be too easy to cheese, but I think we're seeing Tough now is actually setting up kind of the right idea.
And yeah, I think Monster going for this cheese, honestly, the puzzle as intended would be way easier than the cheese he's trying to do.
And that is probably the most Monster racing thing that could happen. Yeah.
And yeah, in this level again, I kind of call attention to those dirt walls there by making them cracked walls. You do need to take out one or both of those with the armadillo to let the spider through.
And Monster there just getting it set up in time. Do you need to? You don't need to use all the mud monsters, right?
No.
Tough's got a good.
Yeah, looks like Tough. Oh, Tough almost had it, but then went into the trap. You have to lead the spider to the trap and then go around to the left to lure it up.
Oh.
Now he's stuck in there. He's gonna have to reset.
Oh man,
that was so close. That's so close yet so far.
Now, did anyone clear the first level? I didn't see any first level clears.
The very first one, yeah, we've seen some clears.
Okay.
The second level, if you're talking about the one with all the water and traps, I don't think anyone cleared that.
Okay. Oh, Grimmy also did. Yeah, so you need to clear in this third level. You need to clear away one of those.
Did Grimmy clear? I thought I saw him skip it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the refs, we've got enough refs that they're each watching like 4 racers. And yeah, just trying to. Oh man, I don't know. Okay. So Min's here. He's got the spider. I think you're stuck. If you're in the bottom right, you're stuck. Monster trying to clear the first level again. Or not again, but trying to clear it again. Not clear again. Yeah, the fact that it wants to be to the right and bottom of you is really hard when you're trying to bring it down. I guess that's the whole point, right?
Yeah, that's a big intended to be part of the challenge of it is figuring out how to manipulate with the walls correctly.
Dreamy did clear? Okay, cool. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I'll put up, I know that Abu just, not Abu, sorry, Ravio just arrived, so I'll put up Ravio on one of these. Just so that we can get some screen time for Ravio. They were going to be late, so they are arriving now.
Okay.
I don't have them on the big multi-Twitch, so, and it kind of makes the numbers really hard to... Going from 12 to 13 really janks up the look.
And, no one's cleared level 2. I went and checked. Dreamy and Tufafo both skipped it.
Oh, are they keeping track somewhere?
Yeah, I just checked the VOD real quick.
Oh,
because I was gonna be really upset if I missed someone big braining their way through my puzzle that fast.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, looks like most of the racers have chosen to move on to level 3. Okay, we've got Kavalka looking pretty good. Spider running up. Oh, but makes the same mistake as Tuff and goes into the trap.
No.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're getting close with that one. Yeah, I'm imagining, like, what you had said. They're going, I don't remember seeing that level either. Did you change level, what is that, 7?
Wait, did someone pull up 7 already?
Yeah, a melon appears to be on a zone 4 level.
Oh yeah, okay, they just jumped right to level 7. Okay, yeah, so level 7 is about earth tomes and wall torches and building bridges to
cool,
move a spider across.
That's fun. I like the building the bridge thing. That's something that's fun to see when people are actually racing.
Okay, and we've got Stud Kid actually has skipped over to level 5, the zone 3 level.
Oh man, I had no idea with this one. It's like, what am I even doing here? Yeah, so let me pull it up on the stream. Actually, Tuff's doing it right now as well, I think.
Oh yeah, Tuff's on it as well. So, I mean, there's it's zone 3, so it's fire and ice, and well, when you combine the two, you get something that's going to help you.
Ah, that makes sense.
So yeah, that's why there's all the mimics, and I made sure to make use of the rarely seen Ice Cauldron mimics because those don't spawn at all in the vanilla game. But
for some reason, it makes no sense. But yeah, they're definitely used a lot in PuzzDORs. You get to see like the weird slimes and stuff, which is always cool.
I'm starting to realize that like maybe even like 40, like I think I was way off with what I should have made the time estimate for this.
What did you say? Like 30?
I said 35 minutes at first, and then I was gonna update and say like let me make it 45 instead, and you guys already had done that because you added 10 minutes to everyone's estimate because none of us know how to read our own levels, which is pretty standard, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
that's not terrible.
How it goes.
I mean, you know all the secrets. Oh, we got a clear there. Kavelka. GG. Kavelka clearing level 3. I like that they did a little touchdown dance there. That actually helps. So yeah, they're going to move on. -7's stream didn't work. Sorry.
Oh, Kavelka with an interesting alternative. They did still go into the trap, but they put a tar monster there to trap the spider for a beat at the end so that they could go in and then leave again.
Oh,
not quite what I intended, but it works.
Are they doing it again?
That is going to make level 4 very difficult for them though, because you do not have that available to level 4. So yeah, level 4. The twist here is you only have one tar monster.
Oh, yes, you have to body block. I remember.
Yeah, you have to use the tar monster,
and then I was like,
you have to use the tar monster to body block the armadillo rather than kill and create a bunch of tar pits on the floor. And that tar monster has to be used at the bottom of the map to block a spider in the same way that they blocked the spider on the exit there, so that you can get access to the wing booths.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's a little trickier. It involves a lot of careful wrangling. Looks like we've got -7 attempting level 4 as well.
Yeah, I can't seem to bring up -7's stream, so I apologize, chat.
Joker has moved on to level 5.
It's like Greemy is very close to getting level 3. Or did they just moved to level 4, so maybe they cleared it.
They moved on to level 5 here. They're on the easy version of the zone 3. All right, so yeah, I think -7. Yeah, -7 seems to know what they have to do here. They're wrangling this armadillo around and body blocking with the tar monster. It's a little tricky and it involves some precise movement. But once you get a handle of it and the right spacing to just like only give the armadillo a short charge, it's pretty easy to get it into position. But yeah, definitely a little bit on the tricky side, which this level is one of the reasons I suggested you may want to save the hard versions of puzzles for later.
Oh, Greemy gets a clear. I think Tough cleared it as well. So GG's to both of them. Yeah, they figured out that spider puzzle, the zone 3 one.
The first one. Yeah, it looks like Greemy's looking at the harder one now. But okay, yeah, I think Greemy and Tough now are maybe just doing all the easy levels first, which I think is wise here.
Yeah, get yourself the 5 and then see if you can clear some of those harder ones. Do you feel as though they get harder through the zones? Like,
I think maybe a little. It kind of depends though. Like you never know what some people are going to find hard and what some people are going to find easy.
Right.
Like
we saw that with Biggie's map, right? With level 3 versus 4.
Oh no, we've got someone looking at the zone 5. Nonsats is looking at the zone 5 level, which relies on the regrowing walls, which
something
means you
else
kind of gotta
that is not featured. Or I guess it's just they start toggled down, right? I don't actually have a melon there. Are you? I have a melon in level 1.
I'm seeing them currently doing level 9. Maybe I'm lagging behind now because it looks like they're leaving it. So they might be backtracking now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Kavelka there getting a clear. They're in level 1 finally. But I think Kavelka has some other clears. Monster cleared level 3. Nice. Yeah, -7 getting close with this level 5, I think. But for whatever reason, -7's stream just doesn't work. I can't pull it up.
Looks like Stud Kid's calling it quits and is sitting in the corner.
Corner of shame for Stud Kid, yeah. Well, that spider's going on a big adventure for -7, and I think they got it. Nice, GG. So all you needed to do was just have the spider drop into 2 water pools, and that'll give you enough coverage, I guess. We're seeing Greemy here starting to make these bridges. That's fun. I like that. That's a good mechanic. Do you just need 1 spider here? Oh, there is just 1 spider. Never mind.
Yeah, there's only 1 spider.
That's good. Oh, but the walls are all torch walls. So you just need to...
And they, -7, just clearing level 5.
Now, the earth spell does not kill the spike traps, right? Oh, the push!
No, it doesn't.
Are you supposed to do that? Is that part of the solution?
Where?
Tough
we were looking at
is
here?
pushing the spider with the earth tomes.
It won't work here, but that is actually the intended solution for the hard version of the puzzle.
Oh. Well, that's good. That's good news for Tough if Tough gets there.
Because yeah, again, like I said, I kind of focused on trying to make the extra puzzles mostly just a very small change. Level 1 and 2 is the only one that's like a huge difference. And level 8, it takes out most of the wall torches, but only gives you 1 stack of earth tomes. So like I kind of bait you into thinking, oh well, there's less torches. Maybe I can still do the puzzle the same way. But I also take out 1 spike trap that lets you push the spiders through the end
cool.
with the earth walls. So it's actually that you just you dig the spider off right at the start and let it run across and then push it at the end. That's Whereas the easy version, you're supposed to keep it on the wall until the end.
It's kind of funny that you sort of set them up to think that it's just a lot of the same, and it's completely
just one little subtle change. You just take 1 earth tome, remove 1 earth tome, and remove 1 spike trap, and it completely changes how you have to approach the puzzle.
Ochre here, super close. Yes, Ochre gets it. So Ochre clearing level 5 as well. Moving on to level 7. Nice. Seeing some pretty solid progress here. I feel like this is going well from a level design standpoint. Seeing a lot of clears and slow incremental working through the levels. And that's awesome. The little light bulb moments.
Greemy is looking really close right now. Like they might get level.
Why is the spider not moving
7?
down? Is there a spike trap under it? And it
spiders will not walk on walls that have traps underneath them.
Well, that's dumb. Okay.
It is unfortunately something some people might learn the hard way here.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing.
It looks like Greemy had the right idea. Like, actually had a way to finish the puzzle with that. If they had positioned the earth walls a little differently,
just to the side. But, yeah, you need to put the bridge through the middle of those 2 spikes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Looks like Greemy's gonna move on to level 9. Is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's interesting because it feels, at least, I mean, I couldn't do it, but I didn't spend as much time on this one as I probably should have. But it felt like, well, okay, he's moving back, but there's like 1 path you kind of got to take, and so which items do you grab first? Seems to be part of it. And I guess these walls going up build the bridge also. Is that right?
Yes. For
level 9. I guess we're off of there now, but
yeah.
you're also building bridges level 9.
With proper maneuvering through the maze, you build up a path that leads the spider to the end, and then you can dig it out to finish. Level 10 has a what some people might think is a bit of a mean twist. So level 10 adds. I don't know if we're actually going to get to see it because we're already like more than halfway through the time limit, and most people are still working their way through the easy versions of the puzzles. Level 10 adds a second spider and a second trapdoor that you have to put on, that you have to that's at the end.
Yeah.
But if you actually like look at the parity of the walls and where the spiders are located, you'll realize that there is no way you can get both spiders across. But I took a couple walls out such that if you leave that gold pile under the locked door alone and summon a leprechaun, you can actually plot a route that both allows a spider to get across and an aggressive leprechaun to get across.
Oh my god. Spooty.
I felt pretty genius for that design, honestly.
Wow.
But I don't know. I don't think we're going to see anyone figure that out.
I
It's
doubt
the
it.
last puzzle in the set, and I don't know
Yikes.
that anyone's even going to play it.
That's pretty funny. By the way, Marcy clearing level 3. Doing a good job. Also, similarly to what we saw there with putting a mud up in the top area to get the spider in there so that you can go up in there and then leave without the spider killing you. Which we've seen a few, and you said that was not intended, right?
Yeah, no, because the spider is on a parity such that it can't enter the side rooms where the armadillo and the tar monsters start. So you just go in there, it gets stuck, and then you go up, and it follows you up and into the trap. Like that was the intent.
Yeah, we're seeing Mins do it right now. Actually, put down some more mud in the top. So I guess giving ample mud monsters, right? Because you do not need all the mud monsters to clear it.
Yeah, that's like I said, like the easier versions I did try to give a little bit of leeway for the players so that they can make some mistakes and still have resources left over. So yeah, the first version, assuming that you just go for the implied solution of make tar pits to stop the armadillo at key places, you have enough to put some extra tar pits down in, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that's good design.
And yeah, I gotta say, like, it never occurred to me to get a tar pit inside the trap to just, trap the spider there for a beat and allow you to walk out of it afterwards. So yeah, very good on all these players for noticing that, because I completely missed that.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, the best way to playtest your level is to throw another 12 people at it. You get to see all the cool little things that you might have missed.
Oh, we've got Kavalka trying to do the hard version of the Zone 3 puzzle.
Oh,
man. It doesn't look like they're on the right track, though. It's essentially the same idea as the first one. Again, like I said, I tried to keep it somewhat themed, but instead of just cauldron mimics that are very easy to manipulate and just follow you wherever, you've got a fire elemental and an ice elemental and a fire and ice beetle that only are released when you release the spider towards the end of the level. So you kind of got to set everything up so that you can manipulate not just the spider but also the beetles.
Oof.
It's a little complicated, but that's what the hard puzzles are there for.
Exactly. I think Marcy had it, but it's paused currently.
Looks like a Melonsats just got the first level cleared.
Level 3?
Level 1, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And it looks like most of the racers are doing level 7 right now.
Yeah, lots seem to be working on that Zone 4 level. I'm gonna pull up Biggie here, who seems to be doing level 9. Let's do that. Sorry, not Biggie. Tough.
Oh yeah, Toughifo currently on the 9th level. Yeah, basically like a kind of a maze where there's a few pieces of basic equipment, and as you pick them up, those open up some additional routes for you to take through the maze. So you get the basic shovel, then you can go through the paths that have tier 1 walls. You get the basic dagger, then you can go through the paths that have green slimes. You also need to gather a little bit of gold because there's a price check at the end. You got to be able to buy chain mail afterwards.
We got an interesting question here in chat. How do you even think of these things, let alone construct a level that lets you do it? And I think we've already answered that. Spooty said there was a spider outside of his house, and that's all you need. Just a little inspiration, and you're good to go. Right?
Yeah, just the spider outside your house, and then you dream up, the most crazy, Condor custom levels, imaginable.
That's right.
Just respect the spiders, and the genius will come naturally.
Yeah, but seriously though, how does this kind of come together? Do you just because it seems like you, like many level designers, sort of go, oh, let's just go through the zones, right? And does that help you inspire your decision making?
Yeah, that was all. A lot of it was just a lot of it started with, okay, I know I want to make a whole puzzle set that's based around manipulating spiders, and I want to make a few levels, so let's make one for each zone. And I just kind of came up with a key component I wanted to do in each one, and kind of went from there. It's I don't know what else to say. And then it's just I didn't even work everything I wanted to into the zone 4 and 5 ones, to be completely honest. I had some even more out there ideas that didn't make the final cut, partly because I didn't have the time to design such a complicated monster. I wanted to have the harder version of zone 4 have multiple shovel choices. You switch between a basic shovel and a shovel of strength to get different dig sizes and dig strength. To construct this perfect path for the spider. And the zone 5 one, I wanted to work in earth dragons to build bridges, and there's so much I wanted to do.
Dude,
and,
that sounds brutal.
Yeah, Green. Autoclive's saying Green got 7.
Nice. I don't have Greeny up, sorry. I was actually watching a lot of Tough here. Tough's got some good progress on 9.
Did they get 7?
Monster did. I just watched Monster clear it.
Oh, Monster. Oh yeah, Monster's looking good here. Yeah, I'm. Okay, yeah, getting stuck on the spider. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, and now we're seeing Kavelka, I think, is doing 8. Is that right?
No, that's 7.
Tomes? Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That is 7.
Yeah, I missed it. Oh, Greemy's doing 8. Ochre seems to be trying to figure out 9. Biggie just clearing 5. GG Biggie. While Biggie's working on
Looks
that.
Looks like I way underestimated what the time limit should be. I feel like an hour would have been more appropriate. But it's just as a level designer or a game designer, it can be so hard. It's to know how difficult things are. This comes up in the Stevania not IGG mod file community a lot. Is that almost every creator misrates their own files. They rate them too low, lower than they should be, because you start with you're looking at the whole product, building from start to finish and just in incremental steps. So it's oh well, all I did here was add this wall here, and that only changes this a little bit. So it's not that much harder, but you do that 40 times. Telling yourself every time, well, that doesn't really make it that much harder.
Yeah, it accumulates.
Yeah, you don't realize that you've actually made it a heck of a lot harder by now.
Totally.
And that it's that like the average person like it just can't follow along at all.
I think the
and
other
it's gonna be for a
issue,
while.
the other thing you get is the difference between like puzzle level design and other kinds of level design. Like I spent a lot of time with a board game designer, being a game tester, so helping with like board game design, and it's very different obviously than like puzzle design. And with puzzles you have like insight based puzzles where you suddenly go like light bulb, like, oh, that's how you do it. And then you have the slow incremental ones where you're working like it's like a funnel and you're working closer and closer towards the exit. I feel like you've got a good mix of both in this. Definitely, for instance, the one we're seeing a lot of them on right now, number 9, is definitely the funnel-based one, where you're going to work your way. And I think that a lot of Biggies was similar to that. Whereas, like, Ochre's had some insight-based stuff where you had to figure out a particular mechanic, and it has to be a light bulb moment. And same with, like, your level 4 here, where you're body blocking with the mud monster. If you don't realize you can do that, then you're never going to clear it, right? So I think it's cool. We're seeing a lot of different variety in puzzles, but insight-based is really tough because it's possible that just the person will just never figure it out. They'll just never realize.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm learning here is because like I'm seeing that some people like didn't even understand what the goal was at first. Like they didn't understand if an item's on a trap door and something else trips the trap door, then the item's gone. And like I kind of I feel like I could have shown that better in the first level. Like just put a spider right in front of you in the first level that immediately drops down a trap door and like takes a boots pain with it. Like I think kind of showing the player that idea might have helped some of the players here, because it seems like a few of the runners just were kind of flailing around in the first level without really knowing what's even being expected of them.
Yeah, and that can eat up a lot of time and also cause some like frustration for racers that is going to impede them in the future, perhaps. I think, yeah, it's always hard to know how much hand-holding you should do, but I think it's best to just err on the side of maximum hand-holding to start and just ramp it up. But it can be less satisfying, I think, as a level designer to be like, do I really have to... Like, you don't want to be like Navi, like, hey, listen, do this. Like, putting up signs that are like, now you need to do this. But I think in some cases that might be true. And I also think one thing I've noticed with PuzzDOR is that a lot of the level designers are the like people who know the most about the game. So, you know, other people who know a lot about the game are also going to be competing, but some people won't be those very knowledgeable players. And so they might not know some of the mechanics. And so I think it's always good to err on the side of showing them. So like what you were saying, I think having a spider like jump onto a trapdoor with some boots just at the start, just to show you, would probably be just a good way to get the level started. Just like, here's the mechanic. All right, now do your thing. Tough is cheesing apparently right now. So Spooty, with this one, can you only create 2 water piles with the elementals, even though they can leave a mess? Is that right? Because they jump out of it?
Yeah, there's no way to make more than 2. Actually, I'll only require that you make 1 with the elementals, though. So there's a little bit of leeway. Like I think with proper wrangling, you could set up 2. It looks like Tuffo is maybe trying to set up a second water pool with the elementals right now.
Yeah, it's got to be on the
isn't
right
strictly
parity,
necessary.
Though. Yeah,
isn't strictly necessary, but yeah, if he can get it in the right position, then it's going to help him a lot.
And you don't get floaties on this one, so you have to deal with
floaties the floaties are up in the coop of the spider.
Yeah.
So you have to essentially finish the puzzle and get the spider down the trapdoor before you can go get the hovers and leave. Okay. I think that is on the right parity. Can he move that spider over there? Because yeah, this is not quite how I intended the puzzle to be done. But again, sometimes, I think the most successful PuzzDOR runners, and Tuffo is very accomplished in PuzzDORs, are the people who think very creatively and come up with these, not necessarily intended solutions. Tuffo also, there was like, I actually noticed kind of this sort of bit of cheese that you could release one beetle by digging at the tier 3 wall to start with. I actually noticed that, but concluded it probably wasn't significant. And yeah, it looks like does not have the water in appropriate places.
Nope.
So
gonna get eaten.
Isn't gonna be able to.
Just to put a lid on the old chat that's going on here, with regards to tutorials, not that I'm trying to put a lid on it, but you can, there's a great video that talks about the difference between, like, the tutorials that just tell you what to do versus the tutorials that show you what to do, and I totally agree with that. And it's an Ego Raptor video, so take it with a, it might be annoying, but it's a great video called Sequelitis about Mega Man and Mega Man X. It's worth watching.
It looks like they're maybe making progress on level 9 here. They did get the spider down to the bottom of the map.
Yeah, Ochre's also got it down there, so it's close.
And they got the spider down there, but they didn't pick up the gold. Like, the intent on level 9 is you get the key at the bottom and you use it to open up the locked door at the top to get the gold.
GG's. The pre-wait does clear it, yeah. I think we're almost at time, too. It's super close.
Yep. Just coming up on my end now. Pre-wait getting puzzle 9.
Yeah, that just got a message how it would have been helpful to have floor numbers on the minimap. And I think that's a really good idea for, like, future PuzzDORs.
Oh, true. So that you, in spectating, you can tell the difference between the easy and the hard version more quickly. Yeah,
I think, like,
that's a good point.
One of the problems here, like, so with, for example, Biggies, it was really easy to know where everybody was because they were working through them sequentially.
Yeah.
Although I guess you didn't have to, right? But having levels work through sequentially is a lot more helpful for us, but maybe that'll hinder the experience of the puzzle. So I don't know. It's probably better to have the puzzle be optimal than the viewing, but something to think about.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, that aspect of it, I'm making life difficult both for the racers and for the refs. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's fine. We're all just having a good time here. I mean, PuzzDOR is definitely not something that is not going to be ever super duper smooth or anything of that sort, but I think it's going well. I think we got some really cool stuff. I think a lot of racers are calling it there. Biggie cleared 1357 and got 4 diamonds. And they're calling it. I mean, if you're just starting another level now, you're probably not going to be able to clear it in time. We didn't see anyone get to level 10 there, Spooty.
We didn't see many of the hard versions. We saw some people attempting the...
level 2, level 4 we saw. And level 6, actually. With the wooden columns.
Yeah, we've seen a few attempts, but I don't think we've seen 8 or 10 much at all.
No. Interesting. Okay, we've got about a minute left. Looks like maybe Mins has a shot here to clear it. I'm going to bring Mins up, especially since some people have already stopped on the stream. Sorry, chat. There's a lot of swapping, and I get these Twitch ads every time, so it's real annoying. Yeah, we're gonna make it that no racers can be affiliate. There it is. Oh, I think we missed it. Thanks, Twitch, with your ad. Why does it have to tell me an ad's in progress but not actually show me an ad? What's the point of that? I don't know. Anyway, we are done. So GG's. Is there any solutions you want to show us on stream? Since I gave Ochre the chance to do that.
Oh, I could do that if you were interested.
Maybe pick a couple. I wouldn't do all of them, if you want. While we get everybody situated, because we're of course going to do the voting as well. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to see some of these solutions.
I'm actually going to ask the racers.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, while we're doing that and while you're setting up, why don't we go ahead and just do the vote now? So, chat, if you look at the screen, you will see we're going to be Spider Tamer PuzzDOR. We're going to be voting for. So it's a scale of 1 to 10. The count starts now, so put your votes in chat. As we established from Biggie, Spooty, you're welcome to vote as well.
Oh, yeah, right. I got to get my...
Get your vote in. Oh, thanks. So
I'm worried that this may not be treated too kindly by the racers. It seemed like there was a lot of frustration.
I don't know. I think it was all right. I think there was a lot of variety, right? Like if you get stumped, you can just go on to a different level. All right, so far votes are coming in pretty high. Remember to get your votes in. We got another minute or so left. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think it's neat to create an entire PuzzDOR level based around, here's a mechanic. Let's dive in, figure out all the different ways that we can deal with spiders. That's cool. I think to go back to one of the questions earlier in chat, like that's a good way to design a level, is to pick a thing and then dive into it instead of just like leaving it wide open. Because we've seen a few puzzles where it's just kind of like, I'm gonna make an adventure, and then it's just like, what are you even gonna go for? But if you pick like a mechanic and dive into it, I think that helps a lot. Quick votes, and that's the time. 8.53, so just under the Tetris, but a good score nonetheless there, Spooty. Very, very close. Might have been eked out by the Tetrisness of Biggie's. I think the fact that it was so Tetrisy, people were really into that. But good stuff. All right. So are you ready to show some solutions?
Yeah. I can show some. Here, I saw a request for level 4. So whereas level 3 was about using the tar monsters to create stopping points for the spider, you only get one tar monster here, so you have to use the tar monster to body block like this.
Yeah, so the first body block was really obvious, and so I like that. And then, I feel like it showed you the mechanic fairly quickly. It's so weird that this is a thing you could do. It's so funny and janky.
I think it's here that you actually have to run around to get the tar monster in the right place for you to...
Yeah, I didn't see anybody do
get this, because you need to be standing here as the armadillo gets up.
Right.
So that the charge delays a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you do it like this, where you're above the armor, or you're off party in the armadillo, and then step in and start to roll immediately, you're gonna get them stuck in the middle here, and that's gonna cause you some problems.
Oh, you don't want that.
So yeah, you just you kind of got to do some pacing around back and forth around here to get the armadillo where you need him to be. But basically the most important motion is just get like this, and then just do a little loop like that, and you can get him to move one tile. You can do that. You can do that to move him a little bit more precisely.
Oh, I see.
And so then you go ahead and you line up.
Do you have to go down one at a time?
No, you don't. But it's easier to just kind of it just kind of makes it easy to make sure you're not accidentally putting it somewhere you don't want to.
Yeah.
So you get the armadillo lined up, you run across. And the reason the level is this lane is extended compared to the easy version is so that you don't trigger the armadillo here when you're waiting for the spider to come down.
Right.
So you use the spider, you put the tar there, you use the spider to block the bounce grab.
Yeah. Oh, and then you got to get him in the tar. And now it's free. But yeah, you had to break the wall up top. I get it. That's crazy.
And then from there, it's just taking advantage of, again, that preference of the spider to stay down or right of you.
Yep.
And there you go.
And then this is where you have to get it to go up. Yeah, we didn't see a lot of racers do that. Everyone went up there, but very nice. Okay, we had a request for 9. Would it be possible?
Yeah, 9? Okay, 9. Yeah, 9. Okay, so let's see.
I liked 9 a lot. That's the maze one, right? Yeah.
Okay, so... it's basically just you gotta make sure you get all the equipment, and it's just a matter of finding the right line, being a good snake player, essentially.
Yeah.
To pick up all the equipment efficiently, get a few kills for some extra gold. The door is intended to lock you from getting the spider into good position, but also gives you 50 gold that you need for the ending. You lure down. Okay.
Right. And here's where you actually create the path.
You can pick up a little more gold here. And yeah, you can kill this slime too. It's not really strictly necessary, but there you go.
Nice. Very good. Oh, that's nice. I like that one a lot. That's very elegant. Okay, we got a request for 7.
7? Okay. We can go to 7. Alright, so 7, it's you just are meant to just keep the spider on the wall all the way until the very end. So you just kind of clear a path here.
Just to get those tomes. Yeah, I feel like you gotta really pay attention to, it's probably gotta be a short path, like the shortest path, right? You're really gonna want it, I assume. As I was watching, I was thinking on how I would do this one. Oh, and the old loop around. Can't get away from that boot loop. And then, yeah, right there. Okay, yeah. And then you gotta go around these spike traps. Oh, there we go.
Yep, and yeah, it's just a matter of building the bridge and then getting it. You can hover over the spike trap as he dances around into the bounce trap.
Very cool. Nice. All right. Thank you, Spooty. Really awesome. I think we're gonna move on to our final level. What a savings! Now this is one that I actually tested with Pants on a call, and it was a good time. So we'll move on to that now. Thanks again, Spooty. Awesome level.
And
good luck on this one.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wonder if we'll see people trying to figure out the harder ones that I didn't show off.
Yeah, do it.
Good luck to you if you do.
Try it out. All right, these will all be on the. We'll put them up onto the workshop, so you'll be able to find them. No problem. All right, I'm gonna hoop you out of the booth there, Spooty.
Yep.
All right, let's get Pants in here. Hey, Pants.
Oh, hello there.
Well, hello. Have you been seeing what the racers have been saying about your...
I see a lot of fear and anticipation, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
It gives me power.
There is certainly some spook, some concern. So for chat, if you're not aware, we have set a 70-minute time limit on this one. There's how many levels again? 14? 14 levels, and they can do them in any order. Now, there's quite a lot of mechanics that you kind of have to talk about before we get started. So can you share the scoring system and all that?
Yeah. Let me grab a screenshot. That'd be easiest, I think. Right there. And I will DM it to you just so I have a link that I can share with chat.
Sounds good.
So feel free to ignore that ELAD. And here we go. So basically, the idea is you want to rob the shop in every level. And mainly the rules are just saying like, hey, you have to actually rob the shop. You can't just pick up the items that are sitting there, because there wasn't a good way to make the items cost money until Freddy was, had left the shop, like in the base game. If you put an item in that costs money, it just costs money forever, even if Freddy leaves. So it was a bit of rules you have to say there, but basically just pretend you're playing a normal run and you have 0 money and need to rob the shop with the items.